Hello, my beautiful soul tribe. How is everyone doing? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Kelly. We are now going to do some information on the energies and a reading for the new moon in Leo at this time. At the time I'm recording this, it's Tuesday, August 15th. It's right before this early in the morning. I'm on the West Coast, so Pacific Standard Time. I believe it's supposed to hit at 2:38, I think. So 5:38, or yeah, 5:38 on the East Coast, and then I'm not sure about the rest of the world. It's a different time for everyone over there. Anyways, I got some information about. There's a lot going on, and that's why I'm doing the information. For those who aren't interested in the astrological aspect of it, I'm going to timestamp when the reading starts, the actual reading. But I do have a number of things to talk about because there's a lot going on energy wise. So if you'd like to learn a few things, stick around for that information. If not, you can just skip to the reading if that's what you prefer. So, as I said, we have the new moon in Leo, and Venus is also in retrograde at present in Leo. So the sun's in Leo, the moon is in Leo, and Venus in retrograde is in Leo. A lot of Leo energy here. And Uranus is also part of this, squaring up with the new moon and the sun. And then we also have Mars. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. So Venus in retrograde and the new moon in Leo will be at odds with Uranus. Then Uranus is about kind of the big picture, the long-term radical change, suddenness, shock, disruption. It's squaring up, so things could get a bit weird. The energy may be odd. When Venus is in retrograde is all about reassessing and reevaluating our relationship dynamics, many times financial stability, and excuse me, and self-love is also a big one when Leo's in retrograde. Okay, so during this new moon, just kind of an overview, and then I'll get more into details. This new moon, we can take the stage and manifest our heart's desires. But Uranus, on the other hand, is adding a layer of disruption and unexpected changes and unexpected changes to this new beginning, specifically when it comes to our sense of security. Okay, so I have my phone here too if I need to go back to any information. But all right, so let me just kind of touch on some of the notes I took. I'll go as quickly as I possibly can, but I also had some side things that I put on here so people could understand this, because it's hard to understand. I know when I first started, I'm studying astrology now, but it was like, what are you talking about? So first of all, the full moon in Leo, it's a time of just being wild, because it's going to be a wild time for a lot of us. But then again, it is squaring with Uranus, so there is going to be some disruption. And first of all, I was going to turn the camera on me. My hair's a mess, first of all, but I was still going to do it. But this table is not big enough. I don't want the laptop to fall off the desk. I had it tilted, but it was tilting like it was going to go off, so I pushed it back to where I normally have it. So I hope you don't mind. I'm over here, but I would like to do a live stream, honestly, but I can't do that, and I'm not going to explain why. So those of you who are part of the tribe, you know why. Okay, so Uranus. Uranus helps us break up old patterns and form new visions. It also helps us understand what makes us unique and innovative. So Leo is 23 degrees right now to the moon. And so basically what's going to happen, the energy, is going to cause us, there's going to be some reacting to unexpected change with patience and flexibility. This new moon links with Uranus and Mars, as I said, and this indicates crisis. But it also provides solutions through learning and personal growth. So it sounds bad, but it's not really. It's just there's a lot of energy going on. So it may be a bit overwhelming for many of us, maybe emotional, especially with Venus in retrograde in the sign of Leo. So they call it Mars trine Uranus. Okay, and that means that two planets share the same element. There are 4 planets apart. And so I had this written down on the side here. And that means that, so Uranus is in Taurus and Mars is in Virgo. So those are both earth signs. And that's what it means by trine. I hope my earphones don't fall off. I don't know why my earphones keep falling off no matter what I do. I hope the microphone, hang on. Oh dear God, I hope the volume's okay. So when Mars trines Uranus, it encourages you to turn problems into exciting opportunities for success. So don't think of it as a bad thing. So the sun conjuncting the moon, lining up with the moon, sun conjunct moon, equals end of one cycle, beginning of another. It gives us refreshing bursts of energy and initiative, but also brings emotional balance. And so not irrationally emotional, and nor too cold and calculating. It's a balance. It's a good balance of emotions. Okay, that's what it requires. So it's good for making a fresh start, turning over a new leaf, starting a new project, questioning old habits, behaviors, and beliefs, while searching for new and inventive ways to progress. So they considered this the 3-colored aspect pattern formed by the new moon, Mars, and Uranus, and it's called a medium learning triangle. It represents crisis mechanism or conflict resolution. Well, it's a conflict resolution process in which the 3rd color, which they are pointing to green, plays an important role. The green color supersedes the polarized red and blue aspects, and I'll explain this, and allows an escape from black or white thinking and a search for causes, possible solutions, and meaning. So, and I'm almost done. So I scribbled this down so we could all understand. So red, green, and blue. Think of it that way. Red, green, and blue in your head. So the red is the squaring. Okay? Stay with me here. And so that's the moon squaring with Uranus. Okay? And then semisextile means they're one sign apart. Okay? So Leo and Leo and Mars is one sign apart. Leo to Virgo. Okay? The moon and Mars. Mars is in Virgo. So that's striving for a solution. Okay? And then the trine is sharing the same element, like I said before. So we have Mars trining Uranus. And because they're both earth signs, Taurus and Virgo, that is going to bring some harmony. Okay? And the trining is good luck, harmony, and opportunity. So it's confusing when you think of it this way, but it really makes sense that you have the conflict with Uranus, and then you're striving for a solution, which is the Taurus part, and then the harmony comes with the trine of the 2 planets of Mars and Uranus together, okay? It's hard to understand that. So when the new moon squares with Uranus, it creates a highly charged energy that can cause a buildup of tension. If not safely channeled into work and achievement, this tense energy can cause impulsive actions and erratic behavior. Energy can cause chaos. So patience is most important here. It's needed. So also with Uranus, you're feeling a sense of individuality. That's when your rebellion can come out. Independence. That independence need is very strong right now. I hope that made sense. I hope all that made sense. And I don't know where we are on the timer here. Okay, 9 minutes. This may be a little bit of longer of a video. I hope I have enough room on here. I tried to make room. So what I'm going to do is I am going to shuffle the cards. I just have a few questions that I'm going to throw out there to Spirit in the Universe and our guides and masters to see what we might be able to expect this new moon, what is coming for us, a lot of us. Let me turn my phone off here. All right, one more shuffle. It's important to know the meanings of why all this happens, because it makes a lot more sense, even though you have all that stuff about the sextile and the trine and the squaring up and all that stuff. Let me get some. This is Palo Santo. Clear the energy again of the cards. It just makes it easier to understand. All right, Spirit. So here we go. This is going to... First, we're going to touch on what we may need to let go of right now. Well, no. Hold on. I want to start with where we are at right now, where many of us are at right now. Okay? I'm going to do this freestyle, and this may cause it to be a little bit longer. There we go. Well, there we go. We are moving away from that which no longer emotionally serves us so we can be happy. We're moving towards our own happiness, okay? And the 8 to the 10 is the 2 of cups, which is partnership, if you're familiar with the tarot. I see that as masculine and feminine. So right now, you're walking away, for many of us, we're walking away what no longer serves us and moving towards our own happiness, moving towards happiness, but that means what's in our heart, we're making decisions that are making our heart happy. Yeah, I don't know if that makes any sense to y'all, but that's bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups. Again, it's all about self-love. Okay? Okay, well, there we go. So we have the 9 of Wands for what to let go of. And underneath that, what's underlying that is the Judgment card. What we need to let go of is that sense of still being defensive, like whatever road we have been on, for the collective, for each of you that have been on your own certain roads, it's time to let that part of our life go. No matter what happened, bad or good, it's time to, that's the past. We're at a point now where we're going to be reaching the end of the road, where we're going to be releasing the burdens. That's what the new moon is all about. Release and new beginnings, right? And manifesting what we want, manifestation. And putting those intentions out there, manifesting them. That made it sound kind of sexual. Manifesting them in a way that we are now putting that energy out into the universe, keeping our mind focused on that which we want and not focusing on the past, because if you focus on the past, your mind is cluttered with that. And when you try to manifest, it can't get through because there's too much clutter there. So we have the Judgment card here. And underneath this here, let's put this right here. The Judgment card is saying that it's almost time for a new cycle. At this point with the new moon in Leo, it's time to look back on our life and take those lessons we've learned of things that maybe didn't go quite well. Take those lessons, and for many of us, we're reaching a higher, I'll finish that thought in a minute, a higher sense of self-awareness. And taking those lessons that we've learned and applying it in a way that says that's done and over with, but now I know what I need, what I don't do and don't want. That's basically kind of what the Judgment card is. It's having that aha moment where everything starts to fall into place and you're realizing now it all makes sense. I understand why that happened. I understand why I didn't go this way. I understand why I didn't get this, what I wanted, because that wasn't meant for me. It's culminating everything from the past into this point and saying, now I get it, and then moving into a new cycle. I don't know if that makes sense. And starting to build a new foundation for yourself. Absolutely. And celebrating that. Celebrating the fact that you've had this self-awareness. All right? Okay. What can we focus on growing this month? Oh, what can we focus on growing? Was that in reverse or did I pull it that way? The Hermit card. For this new moon, For many of us, we need to tap into our inner self. This is Virgo energy. And like I said, Mars is in Virgo. Right? It was Mars in Virgo, right? I want to make sure I'm not getting this wrong. Yeah, Uranus is in Taurus. Mars is in Virgo. It gets a little confusing when you're trying to keep up with all these planets. The answer for us collective, for many of us collective, is within. Well, for all of us. As spiritual beings, our higher selves, the answers, we always carry the answers with us. But we don't always have the awakening of the mind, of a realization, but we have the judgment card here. So for many of us, we are now seeing it. And so what we need to focus on growing this month, is that right? 1, 2, wait, 1, 2, yeah. That was to let go of, that was us, let go of, yes. To focus on growing this month is to really get in touch with our inner selves and really focusing on what we really want. And anytime we need answers or we're confused, to take that time to stop and go inward and take some time alone and really meditate on it. You have the wisdom within. Collective, you have the wisdom within here. All right, so it's all about you and your own wise choices. And we're going through a transformation, absolutely. Scorpio card. Our independence, this is Uranus, saying that it's time to focus on what you want and desire right now. Put a lot of your energy and focus on that, because I was trying to think of something that I heard earlier and I can't remember the saying. I need to write these things down, put them up here. With the death card here, a part of us is dying. We're putting that to rest so we can start anew, so we're reborn. We can start something new in our lives, and it has to do a lot with our independence, celebrating our independence. And here's that individuality and the creativity coming in. There it is. Absolutely. A new opportunity is coming for us. This is a new start for many of us. Our creativity, our uniqueness, what makes us us? What is our true essential being? Essentially who we are. All right. So let's get to, I'm not leaving that there. The action, I'm used to my morning. For anyone who's not familiar with the Daily Dish, I do the Daily Dish Monday through Friday. I did one this morning. So check it out. I also incorporated the moon in that reading. They are timeless, so you don't have to watch it on Tuesdays or whatever day it is. Okay. So let's see what we can do besides manifesting now. Obviously, manifestation is a big part of it. Self-realization is a big part of it. But what can we do specifically, Spirit? What can this collective do specifically? There's a couple of cards there. We'll take these. Well, there's a death card again. And the Empress. Accepting that the ending of things, death is all a part of it's like reinventing ourselves. I see the death card, as I always say in all my readings when this comes up, I see this as, I had a ball python, so I relate a lot of this. The death card to me is shedding your old skin, just like a reptile does, just like a snake does. They shed their skin. Now, the ball python I had, she shed about every 4 to 6 weeks, probably about 6-ish. And the reason they shed, if you're not familiar with reptiles, is because they're growing and they're outgrowing that skin. And if you've ever been around a snake that, I'm going to speak for ball pythons because that's what I worked with, their whole body gets kind of dull. There's a dullness that goes over the eyes. There's like a blue haze because the shed goes completely over the eyes. And then when they shed, if they've had a good shed, it all comes off. And let me tell you, that snake looks brand new. Brand new. And the death card here is same thing. We need to shed that old skin in order to start new, because we outgrow old ways. We outgrow behaviors, certain ways of thinking. The more we are in touch with ourselves and our higher selves, we should welcome death, because it's the ending of old ways. Like I said earlier about the behaviors and patterns that aren't serving us anymore, that are keeping us held back and not allowing us to move forward, not allowing us to achieve what we want. All of that stuff happens when we are in stagnant situation, and if we don't let things end and move forward from it, it's like we're stuck. We're stuck. And we don't want that. And with the Empress here, Divine Feminine. We are going from, it's like a phoenix rising from the ashes here. You know, you're died and you're not dead completely. Right? A part of us dies, but a part of us is reborn. And so we're coming out from this brand new. We're the Empress. We're stepping into our Empress energy. We are stepping into that feminine energy. No gender in tarot. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. Stepping into this Empress energy. And we are now in a, either if you aren't in this phase, we will be going towards that. A period of growth, fertility, and realizing that things will happen when they're meant to happen, when they're meant to grow and become in our lives. It's like we are at one, at peace with divine timing. We don't worry about when it's going to happen. We just do what we do every day. We do that self work. We do that self realization. We do we take the steps. We learn the lessons. All that progress rolled into one, and then we step into our Empress power, and we realize that what is meant for me will come in divine timing, whenever it's meant to. All right, it's being at one with your the internal part of yourself, trusting the process. The bottom of the deck here, so it's letting go, ending this worry, this anxiety. For me, I'm having bad insomnia, really bad insomnia right now. There's a couple of things that could be causing that, but we won't get into that. But still, I've always had a problem with insomnia, though, and it's probably because I'm an overthinker, and maybe some of you are overthinkers. Oh, look what's under that, baby. There's Uranus shaking up your world, saying, "Oh, collective, I'm tearing it down so you can rebuild. Tearing it down so you can rebuild." Woo! That's the end of that. There's the death. Tearing down the whole structure because it was a faulty structure to begin with. I'm not saying that you're faulty, just sort of some cracks here and there, maybe some things that we're just going to forget trying to fix the old wounds because we can't change those things. Maybe it's just, maybe the structure is, a lot of wear and tear from the weather. Or many people lived in this structure, maybe it's time to just, it's like a glow up. It's time to just take that structure down so you can rebuild and make it stronger than it even was before. Does that make sense? Tearing it down to make it stronger, to make yourself stronger than before. All right. So we are at possible challenges that we could have. And we all know those challenges are going to come, like that tower. All right. Well, we have the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups. So here's the thing. With the Knight and the King of Cups. I'm sorry, I think I hit the microphone. I'm going to make sure it's still in position. Dear God. Because if I bend it a certain way, I don't get sound in these videos. The Knight of Cups and the King of Cups here. This is emotional maturity. Now, obviously, the Knight of Cups doesn't have the maturity like the King does. So let's talk about the Knight of Cups. So for many of us, possibly, we're in this Knight of Cups energy. And whatever we're going through, we're following our heart. Okay? We're in touch with that. Following our heart. But the thing about the Knight of Cups is the Knight of Cups follows his masculine energy only, not gender, follows his heart without really paying attention to rationalizing. You know what I mean? Their emotions prevail, and that's how they make their decisions. That's not really a good practice. I'll say not always, it's just not a good practice. It's good to follow your heart. So the universe is saying follow your heart, but make sure there's an emotional maturity about it, right? That you see this Knight of Cups. Okay, so he's going over a creek or a river here. The King of Cups is in the middle of the ocean, some sort of huge lake, ocean, river, whatever it is. A lot of water is around him. A lot of waves are going on around him. There's a lot going on around him. The King of Cups is very in touch with his emotions. He's aware of them. He's in touch with them. And he does follow his heart. But He has the knowledge, the wisdom, and the experience to know that the best way to conduct himself is by following his heart, but making the right decisions. Logically thinking about and planning out decisions that are going to keep him comfortable no matter what. He's just going to keep an even temper, and he's just going to plan things out. He's going to feel, this is what I want in my heart, but this is logically the way of going about and doing it. Okay? So keep that in mind, that we're starting off probably as the King of Cups. So moving forward, we can manifest what we want, but make sure we're making logical decisions for ourselves. See there? Four of Cups. You know what? Stubbornness. We can't have everything that we want. Look at this. Holy crap and lonely. We have the Four of Cups to the Seven of Cups to the Five of Cups. Four of Cups. The universe may be offering you something in your life, and you're being stubborn, and I'm going to use the term that Spirit used with me, maybe a spoiled brat, and focusing on these three either empty cups or cups that may have something in it, but you don't want them anymore. It's not what you wanted. That's not what I wanted. And the universe is saying, but this is not what you're supposed to have. This is what you're supposed to have. You're not seeing it because you're being too stubborn to look at it. All right. Now you got options. But this is about indecision. This is about having your head in the clouds. You know, it's good to dream big, but you also have to be realistic about it and make decisions that's best for you in the long run, not momentarily right now. Who wouldn't take like money or jewels or whatever? There's plenty of things to choose from here. You know, you have to make sure think about this. Think about things and make sure you make the right decision for yourself at this present time. You know, oh, I want to be rich someday. Well, you have to work for that. You have to see those opportunities. You have to see the opportunities before you can become rich. You don't just get the richness, right? You don't get the castle, right? Or the jewels. And then there's the pity party, the disappointment. Well, I didn't get what I wanted. Well, I'm just going to say it, collective. Go back and think about the option that you picked. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with following your heart. Maybe right now you need a place to live. Wait, over here, sorry. I'm on the wrong side. Maybe you need a place to live. And maybe that's the important part right now. But it's kind of tempting to take the jewels over here. I want to take the jewels. Well, then that's all gone. Now it's all gone. Now what? Focusing on those same three damn cups. It's like you kicked them over. That's not what I wanted. Boom. Well, whatever you had in those cups is now all spilled. Now you're all pouting even more. But the universe is saying, I'm trying to tell you. You have two good cups back here. The universe has given you an extra cup. The universe has given you a chance here to redeem yourself. Create goals for yourself. Keep yourself grounded. Don't get too high up in the clouds about wishes that, we all wish we could win the lottery. We all wish we could be rich, right? Doesn't always mean we can have that. Let's just get some advice from the universe, all right? Our higher guides and masters. Well, the Queen of Pentacles just came right back out. I'm going to, there we go. Here we go. So we have this. Queen of Pentacles came back. Stay grounded. The universe is saying stay grounded. Set goals for yourself. Be realistic. I'm hearing the universe saying, at this time, manifesting, be realistic. I also don't want to forget these because I'm going to use these. Be realistic with whatever goals you make. And make sure you stay focused and work hard at it. Don't just wait for it to come to you, because you may not get it that way. But the burden is going to end. All right? Like I said, you have the 9 of Wands right up here and the 10 of Wands. There's that. Burden's going to end. But we have to make sure that we're responsible with the decisions we make. This is a time all about manifestation, but there are going to be some difficulties. We just have to be mature about it, emotionally mature, and stay focused, stay calm, be patient. The Empress is patient. The Queen of Pentacles is patient. So is the King of Cups. The King of Cups knows that it will come in time, in due time. Now, we have, ooh, boy. So, we have the Lover's card, making a wise decision that is best for your higher self. Choosing virtue or vice. Do you want something that's going to be tempting and take right now, something that's going to make you happy right now, that in the long run isn't going to last? Or do you want to take virtue and say, I'm going to make a choice in my life that's going to be best for my higher self because I know long term that this is going to help me get where I want to get? Yes? Do we want spiritual wisdom, or do we want to focus on the material world, the third dimension, which we're very limited in our abilities and what we understand here? The emperor, divine masculine. You have the empress here and the emperor now. So it's balancing out your emotions, your desires, your passions. The emperor is passionate also, and he's all about action, but he makes wise decisions. He's not going to make a foolish decision. He's going to follow what's in his heart and his passions, and he's going to work hard at it. But the emperor is wise. He knows he's only going to choose. So he uses logic and his rationality. And with the empress, the two of them, the empress can, the feminine can, get in touch with your inner self, what you truly want. All right. And then you're going to be victorious. You are going to have success. If you choose what's best for your higher self, it's a matter of thinking about it. It's a matter of feeling it, following your heart, and thinking about it, and following those decisions. Okay, so now we have those, bottom of the deck. There it is. Divine, the masculine and the feminine, coming into an agreement. This is what I want in my heart, and the masculine here is saying, and this is the decision. And it's like that's clinking glasses, like cheers. This is what, and don't let that devil, you see? Don't let that devil tempt you. We chose the light, not the dark. We chose what was best for our higher good, not what we feel was best for us at the time. That was tempting. It's tempting to take. I'm just going to say inside here, it says, attune to the moon and manifest miracles. And you can do that. If you do not have this deck and you're interested in getting it, I did just do recently a Moonology manifestation oracle card. It was a flip through, a close up, and a little bit of a review on it as we went along. And I pulled a card at the end. So this is a really cool deck. Really, really cool deck. Let's get some final advice, a final card from what we can do to help manifest. And you want to know something weird, y'all? I did this for myself earlier. I'm making a mess of the cards here. I did this for myself earlier. And I swear to God, I wanted to take a picture, but I don't have enough room on my phone, darn it. So I wrote it down. But the card that I pulled for myself, the new moon in Leo. I about fell on the floor. So, all right, here we go. Here we go. All right. Let's get some Palo Santo in here. I already cleansed the cards beforehand, but just to do it, look at that. New moon in Leo on the bottom. That's because those are the cards that I got. Step into your power, clear your mind. It was really interesting. Those cards are still in the same spot. So let me do this. So they're all in different spots now. So if the new moon in Leo comes out again, we'll know that's the card we're meant to have. Okay. This is a really cool deck. It really is. I'm glad I got it. I got it from Hay House on sale. How many cards are there? No. There's like 6 cards there. 1 card, please, Spirit. 1 card. And then I'll look at the bottom of the deck as well, but there we go. Last quarter moon in Sagittarius. Practice gratitude. Interesting. Practice gratitude. I've been doing that lately. I will get to the bottom of the deck after we do this, but this is our main card. Last quarter moon in Sagittarius. So as you're manifesting, don't think about what you might not have, but think, I would like to have this in my life, but I am very thankful that I have A, B, C, and D. The more gratitude you have for what you already do have, the more chance the universe is going to bring those things into your life, because they know that you are not being greedy and that you appreciate what is brought to you. Does that make sense? The good news is that even though you have some issues that need tackling, they're nothing that you can't manage. More good news is that the best way for you to clear the air and reach a breakthrough right now, so you can get your life to go the way you wish it to, is to have a good old-fashioned laugh. It's all too easy to take life too seriously. This card urges you to take a lighter approach to life if you want to manifest your dreams. And then they have different things here. Manifesting mix. It's great to be earnest, but there's a time and a place. Don't entertain superficial feelings, as these are no better than fake ones. Think about that for a while. Manifesting mindset. Being open to life will make you open to manifesting. Get in touch with your mystical side and have fun with it. There you go. If you're not used to getting in touch with your mystical side, Google some of that stuff that you're interested in or look on YouTube, whatever. They do mention like crystals and stuff. I'm not going to read all that. But your manifestation affirmation, life loves me and I love life. The last quarter moon in Sagittarius takes place when the sun is in Pisces and the moon is in Sagittarius, fire and water energy. So to me is what your heart wants and that passion and making it happen with the fire. It knows that some fires should be left burning. The water, if you have too much emotion, that water can burn out the flame. It can fizzle it. You know what I mean? Put it out. So again, balance. Too much water can fizzle out the fire. Too much fire can boil the water. And then tempers flare and things like that. All right, so I'm just going to look at the bottom of the deck. I'm not going to read from the book. First quarter moon in Aries. I got this card earlier also, along with the new moon in Leo. Step into your power. Step into your power. Practice gratitude. And step into your power. There you go, my beautiful people. Well, this is what I have for you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I hope there's sound and this uploaded or recorded. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all. For anybody who's new, do remember to like, share, subscribe. Well, everybody remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and do comment down below. And for those who haven't joined the tribe, I would love to have you join the tribe. Sorry about the microphone. I'm hitting it now. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to let you go. This is a bit long. I'm going to let you go. Peace out. Join me, Daily Dish, tomorrow morning, Wednesday Wisdom. Join the tribe so you can be notified when that's up. Woohoo! Let's manifest, baby. Let's manifest. The energy is in our hands here. That Leo energy. Get creative. Get creative and pick things that maybe you never thought you would ever do, but now's the time. Let's change our lives. Let's start a new chapter, and let's move forward. And let's do it together. We'll support each other. Peace out.